Welcome back to episode 52 of the Get Well With Me podcast. Our philosophy here is excellence, not perfection. I'm your host, Adrienne, and together we are exploring the healing powers of our unconscious minds while leaning into a more healthy lifestyle. We're embracing the idea that happiness is homemade and our life is only as good as our mindset. So before we kind of get into it, I just want to congratulate you for being a total badass. Yes, that's right. You, who's listening, my friend, you are a total badass. You've survived some really difficult things. You've survived your worst moments up to this point. You have trudged through the deepest depths of grief. You have navigated continuous overwhelm, illnesses, embarrassments, rejections, abandonments, betrayals. Yes, you're still here. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And why do I start with that? Because I just want to remind you that you have so much more potential and greatness right inside of you. Like, if you can survive all of that, then what makes you think that if you set your mind to a goal, such as being and maintaining your healthy and optimal weight, which that is the topic here, a hypnotic approach to weight loss. So I wanted to go ahead and just give you a pat on the back and just remind you of who you are. You're freaking tough. Nothing's taking you out yet. So we might as well keep on going and doing the best that we can. So you do have a superpower, a magical power, and it's the power of your attention. Actually, I think attention and intention are two superpowers, but today it's all about attention. It's about saturating your mind with the results that you want to have and knowing what your values are. So for me, one of my very top values, and when my life spiraled and kind of collapsed out of control, I realized that maybe my priorities were mixed up. And I really put some time into deciding what they were and reminding myself of what they are. So simply, like literally writing them down on a sticky note with 3 priorities. And very near the top of the list was making sure that the people that I love know that I love them. Like, nothing pains me worse than to think that I'll leave this world and there'll be a question mark on if I loved somebody. Like, if they think of me and they're like, I don't know how she really felt about me. I want people who I love to know that I love them, and not just to say it tritely, but I want to show up. I want to show up for their celebrations in life. I want to trudge with them through the hard times in life. I want them to know that when they ask me to pray for them, that I really pray for them. So letting people know how much I love them is one of my top priorities. And doing life with them is a humongous part of that. And guess what? That's not possible if my body is tired and worn out. So I have made anti-aging and keeping a good energy level and being a generally healthy person and influencing my family also in that direction as one of my top priorities. So because I know what my priorities are and because I know what my values are, this is where I choose to intentionally put my attention. And I put my attention first thing in the morning on that healthy body, not just for myself, but for my husband and my son. So before the day even starts, when I'm still half asleep at 6:30 in the morning, it's all about the smoothies. It's all about the coffee pot. It's all about the organic fresh grounds and the spring water and the superfoods. How many can I get into my blender at once? And the super hydration and the being thankful for the abundance and the healing properties of all of those plant-based foods that are going into my system. Even the coffee, there's so many antioxidants in freshly ground organic coffee. There's so many antioxidants in my smoothie. I mean, it would be hard to not feel good after you have those, after you start your day. in that way. But in order to keep my attention fixed on these healthy processes, I start my day every day with a daily podcast. I've mentioned it many times before. Dr. Stephen Cabral, he has the Cabral concept. I highly recommend it. He's also the author of The Rain Barrel Effect, which I've done a couple of reviews on. And I live my life according to the principles, to the idea that I can let toxins out and I can put nutrients in and everything else is going to happen automatically. Because I set my mind in such a way that it's completely saturated daily in the morning while it's still soft and malleable, and I'm putting this information in and I'm putting this encouragement in, it's kind of hard to fall off track. I'm at no point am I like, I want to get a breakfast sandwich from Wawa, because to me, I'm just, my mind is thinking that I need to hydrate and I need to get nutrients and I need vitamins and minerals and I need to let go of, toxic chemicals that I may have accidentally breathed in or consumed. And I need to help my body with the detoxification processes by making sure that it's, super hydrated and that my liver has enough glutathione and all the different things that it needs to filter my blood every 6 minutes and make me brand new every 6 minutes. Do you know your body can do that? It cleans your blood every 6 minutes. Every breath you take in is fresh air, and it lets out everything that it doesn't need anymore. And so back to our topic and off of my rant about a hypnotic approach to weight loss and using our superpower of attention. How do you start your day? What can you read? What can you listen to? What can you say? If you turn on the TV or your phone and you just start letting the poison in before the day is even started, I'm sorry, you don't stand a chance, because everything has to go through the filter of our minds. And it's only you who can be that security guard or that watchdog that says, oh no, I'm not letting any of that trash into my mind. I'm not letting any of that trash into my body, not this early in the morning. And what you can do is you can make it easy. How can you make it easy? You can make it easy by making it a habit, and you can make it a habit by putting all of your attention and all of your intention into what you really want, into who you want to be, into knowing that you have this life to live, you have this purpose. It might be that you have to wake up every day and take care of your dog and make sure that he has a walk at a certain time and that he has the best life. And maybe it's connecting with the neighbors on your street, or maybe it's serving in your local community, or maybe it's, your job, because the whole place would fall apart and collapse without you. Whatever it is, you do know that you need your body and your energy and your clear mind to accomplish these things, to live in this purpose, to get done what you want to do, to go the places that you want to go, to experience the things that you want to experience, to encourage others, to make a difference in someone else's life. You can't do that when you're tired and you're sick and you're foggy and you don't feel good, or you can, but you're bitter about it. Have you ever done that? Like, I don't feel so good, but I'm going to show up. And it's like, why bother? You're just like a shell of what you really want to be. And then you almost feel guilty about, not showing up in the way that you intended to, or the way that you wanted to. So this is a pep talk. This is a pep talk for you. You, the badass that survived all the bullshit in your life this far. This is a pep talk that says, saturate your mind with what you want. And as far as a hypnotic approach to weight loss goes, saturate your mind with that picture of yourself when you looked so good. Saturate your mind with a steady, reliable stream of health and wellness information. And I don't mean me. I'm saying, like, I don't get into the nitty gritty with you. I don't tell you what diet to do, or, whatever, how many micronutrients and macros, and no. Because to me, that's all inconsequential. When you have your mind right, when you have a desire to feel good, when you believe that you can, that's what this podcast is about. When you believe that you can, you're going to find all those things. You're going to find, what do they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears? Look, it's 2021. There's so many teachers. If anything, there might possibly be too many. And I don't mean to say that everyone shouldn't share what they're learning and grow. I'm just saying that there's a lot of noise out there, and it's up to you to silence the noise that is not helpful and crank up the volume on what is feeding your mind and your body and your soul what it needs. What does it need? It needs encouragement. It needs motivation. It needs consistency. It needs intention. It needs your attention. Otherwise, we're just driving around. We're saying, I want to go to the shore, but we're driving to Pennsylvania because we're not aligned. We got to put our attention and our intention in line and in gear. So I'm not going to apologize for that rant because it made me feel awesome. And I hope that you got that vibe. And when it comes to a hypnotic approach to weight loss, here's some suggestions on ways that you can saturate your mind with the results that you want. So here are some tracks that are provided by my sponsor. And the links to my sponsor are always on my website and in the show notes. So there are tracks to literally saturate your mind. This is not woo-woo. This is get into a relaxed state of mind and let these healthy thoughts penetrate. Let them delete the trash thoughts in your mind and the trash beliefs and replace them with ones that are going to take you exactly where you want to go. So when you're programming your GPS for the shore, that there is no conflict. There's no conflict. You get in the car and you know where you're going. So here are some really interesting tracks. If you know that you eat because you're bored, there's a track for boredom eating to quickly get control over the monotony munchies with hypnosis, right? Maybe it's like TV eating, something like that. Stop emotional eating. Maybe that's it. Something happens and you're going to eat your feelings. You're going to eat them all and then some ice cream. So stop emotional eating. Keep emotional eating and physical needs apart with hypnosis. What a cool track. I mean, this is just stuff you listen to, guys. It can't be easier. It can't be easier than just listening. And your unconscious mind is always listening. So play some programs in the background of your mind that are going to take you where you want to go. So stop binge eating. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you have great self-control all day at work, and then you come home and if it's any type of food, you just start shoving it in your mouth. So stop binge eating. How hypnosis can free you from the grip of compulsive overeating. How about sugar addiction? Maybe you're good, but man, when they come up and say, can I offer you dessert? You say, show me the tray every time. You're like, hey, I'm out. I gotta feed that sweet tooth. If you think about just the word sweet tooth, again, it's a hypnotic picture that I'm not a fan of. But so sugar addiction, if that's your thing, there's your solution. You can undo that program. To get to the point where you believe that you don't have a sweet tooth, that's really the goal here. Thinking hypnotically about weight loss is going from, oh, sweets are my weakness, to I enjoy sweets sometimes because I deserve it. And I say no to sweets sometimes because I'm worth it. Here's another one, Super Slim Me. Train your unconscious mind to help you lose weight naturally with hypnosis. How about this one, Think Thin. Use hypnosis to retrain your brain to lose weight naturally. Healthy eating. Maybe you don't overeat. Maybe you just don't eat healthy, right? So if that's your thing, how can hypnosis help you to train your mind to choose to eat healthy? I love the lingo here. I love this sponsor. Uncommon Knowledge Hypnosis is tremendous. I don't want to have to go to somebody all the time, right? I don't want to have to go. Believe me, there's a time and a place to work with a professional. I did. That's why I'm talking to you right now. I didn't have the confidence before to even get on this podcast until I went to my own hypnotist and said, something is holding me back. I am scared to death and I don't even know why. So she helped me know why, and she helped me retrain my brain to believe that the only crime would be not sharing the message of my heart, to understand that I did have some serious inadequacies that I believed to be true, that were really just lies and stories that I was telling myself, or misconceptions from my childhood. So yes, work with somebody. I'm not telling you not to work with somebody, but I'm saying, like, most of the time, I don't want to have to go anywhere. I don't want to have to work with a practitioner, but I love to lay in my recliner with some headphones on, and then to be able to do it, not just guilt-free, but to say, like, oh, I'm doing something like good for myself and healthy for myself, and I'm resetting and refreshing my mind, and I'm affirming the programs and beliefs that I know serve me. Like, yes, I love to do that. If I'm tired, I love to lay in my bed and just listen to hypnosis. I mean, this is a very common occurrence from me. Like, I don't just talk about this. Like, this is what I do. If I need to go to the gym and I don't want to go to the gym, I listen to some go to the gym hypnosis. And then next thing I know, my attention is saturated. Like, from listening to this one recording so many times, they have me basically see myself doing my favorite exercise and feeling like how good that feels. And then seeing my body not as it is or was, but really like in the way that I really want it to be. And then it allows me to see myself merging with the reflection of the person that I want to be. So I hope that is a great example of what these hypnosis downloads could do for you if you wanted to take a hypnotic approach to weight loss. Another reason to take a hypnotic approach to weight loss is it's permanent, right? Like, when you stop believing Santa Claus, you don't just start believing in it again. You're not like, that's a really familiar belief. Maybe he's going to come this year and I need to be a good girl. Like, once you just don't believe, like, you just don't believe. So that's hypnosis. You can change a belief for your benefit, and then it just keeps working. It's amazing. So, all right, I have some more for you guys. Sorry, I'm so excited today. I shouldn't apologize for that. Okay, so stop comfort eating. If comfort eating is the thing for you, I'll never be that person to say, like, never comfort eat. There is a time and a place. But if it's a thing that you do and you're beating yourself up about it and you're feeling guilty about it and it's a recurring pattern, it can be changed. Absolutely. Here's another download that you could get. I think there's a package. I'm not sure. And I'm sorry that this is a real apology. I'm sorry that I'm not more prepared. I think you can buy like a pack of all of these weight loss things for really, really cheap. Like, I think it's something maybe like $30 or something. So maybe I'll have more details in the next episode, but you can buy these tracks individually for really, really cheap. Best investment ever. Here's a great one. Stop night eating. Reprogram your subconscious mind to eat at appropriate times. Listen, eating late is like one of the worst things. When we're resting and rejuvenating, our bodies can be so much more effective in like the cleanup process, like the cleanup of cells we don't need anymore, doing some anti-cancer work, some autophagy, some of those things if we don't have a full stomach. Otherwise, we're just digesting. There's a lot of energy going into digesting, and to really utilize all the healthy processes that we do when we sleep, having a full stomach, not the best idea. I'm not a doctor, obviously, and you might have blood sugar things or whatever that do require you to eat before bed. So that's not like an official advice. I'm just saying I relate to this one. I relate to night eating. I get the munchies, and I have noticed that as a pattern in my life and taken measures to reel it in. Stop night eating. That's a hot ticket right there. I like that one. Oh, here's one, a weight loss hypnosis pack. Okay, so I don't see the price here on this printout, but it's hypnotic solutions for the 10 most common weight loss problems. So there's the pack you can get. Portion control. I love this, like the wording, unconsciously know when enough is enough on your plate with hypnosis. You like that? It's not like measure it. It's your, the size of your hand and get your food scale out. No. Unconsciously know. That's how you get life done. You do it unconsciously. You drive, you go somewhere, you get things done. It's unconsciously. That's where we want to get to on our life. So unconscious portion control. Awesome. Banish fast food. I'm going to not rant on that, because it was so my thing. I have to, all right, I might rant on this for 1 second. Fast food is so addictive that if I have like a little bit, I will almost always be back within the same week. But if I can just like stop it altogether, I can almost eliminate those cravings. Like there's a new Taco Bell that opened, and I've seen people posting, like, oh God, I can't wait for the Taco Bell. And I'm just thinking, like, to me, doesn't sound good. Like, what is it going to be in that Taco Bell that is going to nourish my body? Like, not even any part of it. However, I have been there to where, like, I saw the Taco Bell commercial and, like, went to the Taco Bell at nighttime, late at night, because it just looked so good. Here's a clue. If your food is on TV, I don't recommend it. How about that? There's my rant. If you see a commercial for the food that you want to eat, it's probably not helping you. But it doesn't matter. Even when you know it's not helping you, like, you might still crave it. Like, I'm trying to, you know what? I haven't had really fast food or meat or anything, I don't know, in a while. But I do crave junior bacon cheeseburgers still. Like, there's so much like pleasure that's associated with like the softness of the roll and the crunch of the bacon. I'm saying I haven't had bacon since like 2017. I don't know. But like, I can still like, I'm kind of making myself hungry for it just thinking about it. You want to know why? Because you are where your attention is. So I need to get my mind out of the gutter. I mean, drive through. This, I'm sure, is an effective way to reprogram your mind against fast food. So if that's where you fall down, then instead of, getting all of these other downloads, just get the banish fast food. If you usually do like moderately well with your eating, but you just have this like fixation with driving through, like banish fast food, get that download. That's amazing. How about you eat the right portion, you have pretty good nutrition, but you just like woof your food down, you totally inhale it in 2 seconds. There is a recording to help you eat slowly. So by the time you get done eating whatever is on your plate, you're really like feeling how satiated you are, instead of just eating so fast that you're like, I'm still hungry. You don't even know that you're not yet. Let's see, TV junk food. There's a recording just for that. Enjoy healthy cooking. I mean, come on, that seems too good to be true. The secret eating. Is that your thing? Do you like kind of keep it together, but when nobody's looking, you're just, sneaking food? Are you taking bags of potato chips to bed with you at nighttime? Secret eating. Move away from unhealthy compulsions with the help of hypnosis. That's the little blurb there. Mindful eating. You know, I've done full episodes on mindful eating and even in-person talks on mindful eating. Slow down and enjoy the sensory experience of, it says, sorry, I can't read today. Slow down, enjoy the sensory experience of dining, and control your intake by learning to eat mindfully. That sounds amazing. Smart food shopping. Learn to instinctively. I love the lingo. Hypnotic language is such my thing. Smart food shopping. Learn to instinctively seek out fresh, healthy food with this hypnosis session. I talk about it a lot, like using that I'm at the food court, or I'm at the grocery store, or I'm at the buffet, and the healthy options, they light up. I almost, in my imagination, and hopefully I'm planting that seed in yours, just a light pops up above the healthy option. And if you can make your plate like mostly the healthy option, and then maybe a little bit of those guilty pleasures, you can feel super good and pleasurable about the whole thing. So I love the idea of learning to instinctively seek out fresh, healthy food. So smart food shopping, that's the name of that track. Stop calorie counting. I promise you I'm not going to rant about this, but I can tell you I do not believe in calorie counting. Because why? Because you are where your attention is. So don't put it on the calories. Weight loss plateau. That's another interesting track. We've all been there, like, oh my gosh, the weight's fallen off. Boom. Now all of a sudden it's just not anymore. So to break through that plateau, there's a track for that. There's so many here, but I share this whole thing not just because I want you to support my sponsor, which would be fantastic, but because I want you to know what's available. I want you to know that the reason that each one of these tracks exists is because there's someone just like you that had your exact problem who has overcome it. And no matter... And I'm kind of slowing down right now because I want to speak to you directly. Whatever you're going through, or whatever your diagnosis is, or however you're feeling, or however helpless or hopeless it may seem, there has been a person who has overcome your diagnosis or your state of mind. And you can too. You can too. You can too. So identify where you want to make a change. And I encourage you to find a track that will help you to reprogram your mind to make that change. I invite you and encourage you to engage with your superpowers, attention and intention, to completely saturate, completely drench your mind with the images of the person who you really know you can be, the person you are becoming, the life you will have, and you will have it. Until next time, much love. This episode was brought to you by Uncommon Knowledge Hypnosis Downloads. My closest friends know that I have a secret weapon for getting what I want, and it's hypnosis audio programs. When I discovered the power of hypnosis recordings more than 20 years ago, they were on cassette tape, and I had to flip them over halfway through. So thankfully, in 2021, it's as simple as clicking play and closing my eyes. Modern technology. Falling asleep at night to a hypnosis program playing in my ears has not only been the key to drifting off easily, but to waking up more rejuvenated. And no doubt it's by far the fastest way to make any lasting changes in my life. In the past, I've used hypnosis downloads for anti-anxiety, healthy eating, workplace performance, to make me into a morning person, to enjoy cleaning, increase my self-confidence, have the motivation to exercise, and even to make childbirth easier. Yes, hypnosis can do all that because it's actually you deciding to intentionally reprogram your mind that happens to run your life. And most recently, I noticed that procrastination was causing me to waste precious, non-refundable time. So I went on a quest to find my answer. That's when I discovered the trustworthy and professional team of hypnotists at Uncommon Knowledge. They're based in the UK, and they put ethics first. They even have a 90-day money-back guarantee to prove it. The quality of their hypnosis recordings absolutely speaks for themselves. Thousands of people have experienced immediate and noticeable results from listening to hypnosis downloads, and I am one of those people. So I was over the moon to find out that my podcast would be a perfect fit for a sponsor like Uncommon Knowledge. You might think it's priceless to program your mind for the body and life that you desire, and especially priceless to not even have to pick up the phone and make an appointment, to just simply put on some headphones while you're comfy and cozy in your own recliner at home. But there is a price, and it's far less than you're thinking. For about the same amount as you would spend on your lunch, you can have the tool that you need to free yourself from misery, move towards clarity so that you can take action. Maybe you want to stop biting your nails or sleep better, or quit smoking, or stop procrastinating. What's your thing? Could now be the time to get out of your own way and hold the door open for yourself? You can do that by checking out the incredible selection of hypnosis downloads. There's a link in the show notes, or you can find it at adriannehart.com. Until next time, much love.